thousands of avenues are open now for the children to choose their career.
Absolutely. Sometimes parents play a very important role, especially in the Indian context. They have their own preferences.
What has been chosen at the age of 5 to 6 years, if that is pursued, children get longer time. So it becomes very important for all of us as an educator, as parent of the child, to prepare the ground for the right choice of the career.
How do you think the mindset differs, for example, between India and a Western country or India and Singapore?
AI is taking all responsibilities of the workwood of the people.
Hello, I am Sushil Jha from Career 9 and I'm here in the holy city of Kashi, DALIMSS Sunbeam School at Ramkhatora. Principal Mr. Dipendra Verma with me. So I'm very excited to have this conversation with him because he brings more than 30 years of very rich experience as a principal educator in India and outside India as well, in Singapore, I believe. So I thought I'll ask you a few questions and hopefully some of the other principals, educators, parents, students who are thinking about career conundrum, what should my children do? How should he handle or navigate the AI-driven job losses and anxiety? And there's a lot of confusion, I believe, nowadays.
Yeah.
So in that context, so first of all, why don't you share your background with our audience?
I am Dipendra Verma, the principal of DALIMSS Sunbeam Global School, Ramkhatora. We run the Cambridge curriculum also at our campus. I have worked in different schools in India and abroad, in Singapore also, in an international school. I have also taught the Cambridge curriculum for 4 to 5 years of IGCSE and as well as the IB. And presently, last 4 5 years, I am on this chair as a principal running this school. As you mentioned, the career options and the children's mindset when they are coming out of school. I would like to remember the old age, like 2-3 decades ago, when we had the career options available. It was pretty very easy to decide which career would you be going because of very the few options available. It was not a challenge for the children to choose a career for themselves. But what has happened now in the present scenario, that thousands of avenues are open now for the children to choose their career.
Absolutely.
So it becomes very complicated to them to choose one out of those many available here. Sometimes they find the career suits to them naturally, and they enjoy also working in that area. But many of them are not by choice in their career. So it becomes very important for all of us as an educator, as parent of the child, to prepare the ground for the right choice of the career.
Absolutely.
Because if the children are not in the right choice of the career, they will not be able to do well. Even if they do well professionally, they will not be able to live a happy life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So the career choice, the career options, and the training for choosing the career becomes very, very important in present scenario. And I would also like you mentioned that you are the CEO of Career 9 and working very well, helping the children and the schools and all to choose the right career for them. So with your collaboration, with your help, and as you mentioned, the third party's integration in helping the children choose the right career would be, I think, is today's demand. Now, when the children look for the career, career is something like you are visualizing, maybe 5 years, 10 years later,
Right.
where would you
Right.
be?
Exactly.
What you would like to see yourself for 5 years or 10
Absolutely.
years from now?
That's right.
So that is very, very important for the children to think and visualize that where do they want to keep themselves
Right.
when they are coming in the social life. That gives a kind of feel to them, a kind of idea
Mhm.
to choose the right qualification.
Sure.
So the right qualification should be chosen, and the career, like when we talk to the children of, say, middle school,
Mhm.
they are not very prepared
Mhm.
to about their career, about their life. So they, at that point of time, it becomes very important because that is the time when you have to decide for the right qualification.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So to have the right qualification, you need to visualize the right career. I mean, the career
Absolutely.
which is
Absolutely.
preferable
Yes.
by you. And then at the middle school, so what was your one question, that what would be the right time for thinking about the career?
Absolutely.
I think class 8, 7 and 8, nowadays the children are, being serious at this age,
Right.
and they can think, they can visualize about their career and choose the right qualification for the pursuance of that career.
My next question is sometimes parents play a very important role, especially in the Indian context, and they have their own preferences. How do you think we can reconcile if there is a difference between what the child prefers and what the parents might aspire for the child?
Yeah, this is our experience also, being on this share. I interact with the parents,
Right.
and many a times we hear from the parent that they want their child to pursue what they have decided for the child.
Right.
To go ahead with.
Mhm.
And the child is not convinced. So what is very important here is the convincingness of the child. It is not, we can't say that the parent should not dream for the child.
Mhm.
The parent can also
Of
dream
course.
for the children,
Their child,
right?
yeah,
For their
of
children,
course.
and they should dream, but it should not be by force.
Right.
The parent will have to prepare. Like I have seen
Mhm.
the children of, especially the music gharana, right?
Right.
There, the child is pursuing the instrument what the parent was playing.
Same. They just follow the
The
tradition.
same. They follow the tradition,
Right.
where there is no choice.
No choice.
And there is no conflict even, because they prepare the children from very early age,
in that direction.
from that direction, from 3 to 5 years of the child's age.
Mhm.
Say they want their children to be on tabla. So
Right.
at the age of 4 to 5 years, they would be putting, many instrument before them.
Right.
Will be trying to find it out that
Which one
instrument
he
is
enjoys.
making sense. He
Yeah,
enjoys.
Yeah.
Right. So accordingly, they give one instrument to the child,
Very
and
nice.
they
Yeah.
keep on, motivating him that this instrument. And you'll be, I mean, I was surprised to understand that many a times
Uh-huh.
the children refuse
Mm.
for the option given to them,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But slowly and gradually they motivate that
Right.
you are from, such gharana, we are
Right.
known for the music
Right.
and all,
Right.
right? So you will have to choose one of that. I'm not pressurizing you that you go for tabla only.
Right.
Okay, if you are not okay with tabla, you can go
Try
with
something else.
some sitar, guitar, or
Right.
any other instrument. But they give a very fair boundary to the children that you have to be in this.
Within this boundary, you
Within
can
this
pick and
boundary.
choose.
Yeah, pick and
Very
choose.
nice example.
So in
Beautiful.
that way, convincingly child choose one option,
Right.
one instrument for him,
Right.
and slowly and gradually he start taking the training on it, and graduating at different level in that instrument, and finally the parent meets with his dream, right, that the child should be one
Right.
of the performers of this gharana
Very
as
nice.
all others.
Very nice.
So it is not that you force the child to do that.
Right.
Even if you want something to be done by your child, you give him a kind of a little domain, an area that I want.
Exposure. You
Yeah,
provide exposure.
Yeah,
Right.
exposure. And the area that I want, that you to
Try out.
perform
Try
in this
out.
area.
Right. In this
Try out
area.
if it doesn't make sense to
Right.
you.
Right.
It is not that you will be forced there.
Right.
We can change it.
Change it.
But what has been chosen at the age of 5 to 6 years,
Mhm.
if that is pursued, children get longer time,
Right.
to prepare themselves.
Right.
So when
Right.
they are at the age of showing the performance,
Right.
they have grabbed all necessary skills and everything,
Absolutely.
and they become the leader. They are the first one
Yeah.
in that area.
Very nice. Yes.
So they perform well. So
Absolutely.
that way, parent also gets satisfied with his dream,
Mhm.
and the child is also doing well.
Now, this is a
That is
beautiful example. You really gave an example, first of all, which harmonizes the parent and child,
Right.
and also gives child a choice within that boundary and gives him a proactive start.
Right.
So he can try different things and become really skilled.
Yeah, and
Well,
you get a time also.
time
Like
also.
say 2-3 years, the child is not doing well, or child is denying or showing less interest. Then you can think of changing his domain. You can give him another option that okay, if it doesn't make sense to you, if you are not doing well,
Right.
if you are not interested into
Right.
it,
Right.
so why don't you try the another one?
Absolutely.
So for everything, every plan, one should have the B plan ready.
Of course.
So making a B plan, giving a B plan to the child gives him a lot of confidence.
Right.
So he doesn't feel that I am pressurized. I have to
Pressurized.
do it
Only this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That pressure.
So we see lot many examples in our society that the child is pressurized for doing something medical or engineering. He has been sent to some places for coaching and all, and the child is not doing. He's pressurized in such a way that he finds I don't have any B plan. I can't do
Right.
anything.
Right.
So if I am fail into it,
Failure, sense
Yeah.
of failure.
Yeah. fear of failure.
Fear of failure,
Sometimes it is stretched to a very bad condition.
Absolutely. Yeah.
For the
Unfortunately,
children,
bad
they
outcomes.
feel there is nothing in this world except fulfilling the dream of my parents. So did I
at any cost?
Yeah, at any
At
cost.
any cost, and sometimes the cost is too
Sometimes
painful.
they take very awkward or wrong decision for them.
Absolutely. No, I
I think
fully
this
share your
shouldn't be.
sentiments.
Yeah.
I'm fully with you. Now, interestingly enough, you've also worked outside India. So you got an opportunity to, for example, in Singapore, right? How do you think the mindset differs, for example, between India and a Western country or India and Singapore? You want to share any thoughts on that?
The focus for the education. Singapore being a small country, the young generation, the children are very well addressed with their needs, and the participation of government also in education is very pretty well in comparison to the we see in India, and they have education at the first priority, and they do not ask every child to be good at academics only. So
Okay.
they have various options
It's
open.
not like one dimension, only
One
academics.
dimension. So if you are doing well, like in India, when we see the diploma,
Mhm.
if I see the diploma in India is
Right.
considered to be very inferior in our society.
Psychologically, we
Yeah,
look down on
psychologically,
that.
we
Degree
feel
is
that-
what we want.
We feel that no, this degree is not good. This
Good
is so
enough.
anyone can achieve.
Right.
My child will not go for diploma. So we scrap it in the beginning itself.
We don't even consider it.
Don't even consider it.
Right.
If we test the child is not capable of pursuing and doing degree or
Right.
masters in that. So
Diploma can be a better option.
yeah. And secondly, the children who are coming out from diploma,
Right.
they are well placed in the job and in the society.
They do well. They get
They
a
do
handsome
well.
salary, and,
Yeah.
and they have a decent living.
Right. So there is no difference, in the social status of the diploma holder and the degree holder.
Very nice.
Right.
Very nice. Right.
So that is the thing required here in India. Though
Mindset has to
mindset,
be
yeah,
changed.
and for various vocational trainings,
Right.
which is available in Singapore, we also have the exposure, the opening of the vocational training in India, but that is not doing, well.
I can understand.
Yeah, it is
Parents
only,
don't encourage their child to look into that. I
right.
understand.
The CBSE has come to promote the vocational training and all. CBSE has come up with the idea of having the bagless days.
Bagless.
Right? Bagless days.
Right.
So the
Very
children
nice.
should be given around 10-15 days bagless in the school,
Right.
wherein they are not with the pen, paper,
Books and heavy load of books.
Yeah, everything. So they explore the vocational area of learning.
Right.
Right. So that is also in our NEP, and the schools are doing also, but the parents are not that supportive in that area. They don't think that school is made for all these things, right? So they are more interested, more focused on the learning, the academic learning responsibility of the school. They want to see the school is supporting with the learning of the child, academic learning of the
Right.
child.
No, on academic learning, that brings me to my next question. It's a very interesting point you raised. I know historically we have put a lot of emphasis on that, but do you think in the age of AI now that we are in, there is more focus on skills versus academics, or shift from degree to skill? Would love to hear your thoughts on what
Yeah,
you see.
actually, if we see in India 50 years back, or you can say when India got independence, what had happened that time, the opportunities were opened for the Indians.
Mhm.
Before that, these opportunities were not opened for the Indians.
Right.
Britishers were ruling.
Right. Yeah. They
So
had the
they-
exclusive domain of those
Yeah. So
jobs,
suddenly the
yeah.
job options opened
up.
right, for the Indians. Now they were thinking, what I believe, they were thinking the making the criteria of whom to be given the job and whom should not be given
Not
the job.
be given the job.
You should have, because India
Right.
got democracy, so democratically everything has to be decided, that whether A should get the job and B should be stopped not taking the job. So what was the easy way of doing that? Setting up the qualification,
Right.
and the certification. So this is the certificate. If you have this certificate, you will be given the job.
Eligible for that.
Eligible for that job. And if you don't have this certificate, you will not be getting the job. So what has happened in few years, that people got focused in achieving the certificates. The government bodies were
Right.
giving the certificates,
Right.
10th pass, 12th pass. If you are 10th pass, you can go in primary school.
Right.
12th pass. If you are graduate, you will be given the middle schools. And if you are
Right.
postgraduate, you will be given that. So that graduate, postgraduate certification became the criteria of selection for the job.
Right.
So people stopped, the grooming themselves in their competency,
Right.
but started believing that if I have a certificate, if I am BTC, I will be given a job.
That's it.
If I am B.Ed, I will be given a job.
Very nice.
Right.
Very nice.
And
Right.
slowly, when the time passed, when there were so many
People holding the same piece of paper.
Yeah, in the queue and having the piece of paper, so it was difficult for the government to give job on the basis of the paper, the certificates. Then the new criteria of selection came into existence, and government started saying that no, we will be only be taking the eligible, and the certificates will not be the eligibility now. So this was claimed by the government that this certificate is not the eligibility. Even if you have done your B.Ed, even if you have done your master or whatever, you will have to qualify CTET and all this kind of examination, central examination came into.
Another layer came in.
Another layer. And that layer was testing actually the competency of the candidate. And that competency was derived based on the need of the job.
Right.
So if the need of the job says that this is the set of competency the candidate should have, now the candidate was bound to develop that competency.
Right.
And therein the all private coaching centers and all they
This
are
mushroomed.
right, that okay, not a problem, 12th though you can pass anyway, certificate you can get anyway,
Dummy
but
schools.
you don't dummy schools.
Unfortunately.
You don't have that competency.
Right.
The coaching started saying that I will develop that competency,
Right.
by which you will be able to crack your IIT, your NEET and all. Then slowly and gradually, the government also, the Ministry of Education, the CBSE started thinking that there is a big gap between the competency tested in IIT and JEE and all, and what competency are being developed in the school.
Right.
So the competencies were not developed in the schools, but the competencies were tested in the qualifying examination.
Very interesting point.
Right. So then the government, the CBSE and MOE started talking about competency building in the classroom when the children are in middle school and senior schools. So the competency-based learning came in existence, but a lot has to be done in that area by the school to develop the real competency.
Real competency. I know NEP is there and we talk about it, but you're right. A lot needs to be, especially now that AI is changing the world again, all over again, completely.
The role of AI is taking all responsibilities of the workwood of the people, right? Completely. The all work which the people used to do, human beings were doing, now the AI have taken that responsibility. So the new generation will have to think, if the option of doing work has been excluded from them, what will they be doing?
What are they going to do?
In that particular situation, the people, would be bound to think of the realization, of their, the purpose of their existence.
Absolutely.
On this.
Very important point, very deep, and I don't know, we'll have to see how that pans out. Finally, to close our conversation, what will be your main message to other principals, educators, parents, and student community at large, based on your rich experience of 30 years working with thousands and thousands of students and parents? And you have you are a deep thinker. I really appreciate the way you put forward your thoughts. What will be your final message for those people out there?
I would like to say that as an educator, or you can say the academic leaders, in the education system, we must think of building the capacity of the children. We should make our children aware that they have to shift from certificates to the competency. We will have to develop the infrastructures in the school which supports the competency-based learning in the school. And micro planning is required to be done in the school for the 30-35 minutes or 40 minutes classroom, wherein the educator have a very fair plan of engagement of the children, which ensures the competency set for 40 minutes has been achieved in the classroom, which is actually not happening. A good bit of gap is being developed with time, and a time comes when the child surrenders and says that my gap has become too large
to be bridged now,
and I have no choice but to leave my the academics, and I will have to go in some other field or doing something. So this is one area for the academic enrichment of the children. And now, as the educators, you cannot say you'll have to work on all three aspects of the life of the child. It is not only the cognitive development of the child, wherein he starts thinking well, right? But secondly, the school will also have to take the responsibility of developing the doing competency of the children.
Competency, doing, yeah,
Right.
knowing
So,
versus doing now.
yeah,
And the third point?
the third point is he is able to take care of his emotions.
Oh, emotions, very
So
important.
the emotional, challenges are coming very rapidly,
Yes.
and if the child is not thinking well, there is a doctor who can do the treatment.
Yeah,
Right?
medication, right? A prescription.
Medication, write the prescription. If the child is not, capable of doing something, the coaches are there, trainers are there who
You can teach
help
him math or English or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. So doing ability even can be treated if the child is not. But if the child is not doing well emotionally, there is no doctor.
Very complex, very painful.
Right.
Very,
So
very, yeah,
nobody can help him.
Right.
So every child should be made aware of keeping good well-being,
Mental
well-being for himself, so that he can take the right decision in the AI's era. Only the decision will remain with the
Human being.
being.
Use your brain to decide, judge
Right,
what you
right.
want to do,
So
morally, ethically, and whatever.
right. So the emotional well-being is going to make a very important role in the life of the young generation.
Oh, absolutely.
In days to come,
Absolutely.
because all work like I was exploring, just sharing with you. I was exploring the creativity from AI that I had a task to be done. I gave it to my art department and all, and they created something, and I wrote a prompt to AI to have the creative made. And I was surprised to see that the creative made by AI was much, much better than the creative prepared by our art department.
Yes. Yes.
So even the creativity has been taken away,
over,
taken by the AI, right? So the only thing is the decision. So you can give various prompt to different AI platform. They would be giving you all creatives before you. Now, which one has to be chosen?
That is your job. That is all that.
That is only the job left for you.
Right.
So AI, it is. I would not say is a threat to the human being. No electronic device can be a threat to the human being. We have seen the radio coming in. We have seen television coming in.
Yeah,
we have seen
happening. Yeah, right.
The computer coming in.
Right.
And they were all considered as a threat for the human being at the time
At
they
that
came
time,
in.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
But they couldn't do anything
Right.
to the human being.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that this AI will also be not able to surpass the human being.
Absolutely.
And human being will definitely evolve into a new human being who would be working hand to hand with AI for the the betterment of the new generation, the environment, and the entire globe.
Very nicely put. I'm tempted to ask one more question, though I thought last one was the last. But you mentioned about the cognitive development, skill building, and mental well-being, and you mentioned that teachers need to take care of that. That automatically means that maybe our teachers also need to be reskilled.
Very true, very true. And these teachers training needs to be taken very seriously. CBSE is also putting a lot of effort in that area.
Right.
So as academic leader, we also have to take that responsibility to be providing the right training to the educators, keeping these three aspects in mind.
Right.
That the teacher is not responsible only for the cognitive development of the child in the classroom.
Right.
We will have to add the other two aspects in his domain.
Exactly.
And accordingly, the training needs to be given.
Right.
The teacher cannot say, I have taught, the child has not learned.
Not learned. Right.
Now, we will have to shift from teaching to learning. which is documented in new education policy from 2005 curriculum to 2025 2023 national curriculum frame of reference, where the teaching is not in focus but the learning is in focus. So if learning is in focus, automatically the competency will develop in the classroom. And that competency, the CBSE is although talking about the competency, academic competency, but we'll have to prepare the other stakeholder of the education system, that is our parents also, right, to be ready to accept it, to be ready to accept that the other components are also very, very important for the child to do well in their life in days to come. So that is what is.
Thank you so much. It was so wonderful and absolutely thrilled to hear your thoughts, which are coming from pure experience firsthand. And I'm sure your inputs, your thoughts are going to be very, very useful to parents, educators, and students at large. So thank you very much,
so much, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. It was great talking to you.
Me
right
too.
on this issue, and this is not only the podcast where I will be talking to you.
Absolutely,
we will be in touch.
Absolutely,
we'll definitely share our views, our intellect, and do well. Whatever pretty we can do for the development of our children and the education.
We are super thrilled and grateful for the opportunity. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.